Hey guys, Constance here from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So today I'm bringing you into the kitchen to make a super easy recipe. So this recipe is for fettuccine alfredo. So let me put on an apron and we will get started. Alright, now this is a super easy dish, but I will say this, it is not diet food. This is one of those dishes that you make when you just don't care and you want something comforting. Kind of like a big fat bowl of bread pudding. Which, y'all, Rachel over at that 1870s homestead is killing me. I have been craving bread pudding for a couple of weeks now. And the other day she posted a video where she made bread pudding for Todd's birthday. Oh, it's torture. Alright, so let's get started. I have here 1/3 cup of butter. I'm going to get this melting. I've got 2 cloves of minced garlic. I've got about 3 tablespoons of cream cheese. I have a cup of heavy cream. I've got a cup of parmesan cheese that's shredded, and then I've got parsley, nutmeg, salt, and pepper. Very basic ingredients, and for the most part this will just cook up, the sauce will, while your pasta is cooking. So it does not take very long at all, and you know, this is kind of a foundational recipe. You can take this basic fettuccine alfredo and you could add some diced ham, some peas, some broccoli, shredded chicken. You could do diced cooked bacon. I mean, there's any number of ways that you could make this in addition to the just classic fettuccine alfredo. So you really can just let your imagination go wild with this. And you don't have to use fettuccine. You could use other pasta. You could use like penny pasta or bow ties. I mean, it really is up to you. So I've got this butter melting in here, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my garlic. And I'm going to let the garlic just cook here in this butter for a few minutes and kind of soften up and just release all of that wonderful garlicky flavor. Turn my water down a little bit here so this doesn't cook over on me. Alright. So I'm just going to let this cook for a couple of minutes. Now, once your butter gets melted, you want to make sure you turn down the heat because you don't want your butter to brown and you don't want your garlic to get scorched either. So you want this just to be melted and tender garlic and all of that. So just once it gets melted, be sure to turn that down. You want this to cook gently. Alright, so that should about do me there. So now I've got my whisk. I'm going to add in my cream cheese. I'm going to let that start melting. I'm going to add in my heavy cream. Alright, so now we're just going to stir this until that cream cheese just melts all in there. And that cream cheese just brings a richness to the Alfredo sauce. Just wonderful. Alright. The cream cheese is just about melted, so I'm going to add in my seasonings. I'm going to add in about half a teaspoon of ground pepper, black pepper, half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to add in some parsley, about 2 teaspoons. And then we're going to add in a little bit of nutmeg. And that was about a half a teaspoon or so as well, just like the salt and pepper. Alright. I'm going to switch to my whisk here and whisk those all in, get them nice and combined. And now I'm going to add in my cup of shredded Parmesan cheese. And then we're just going to whisk this while that cheese melts in and gets amazing. And this is just about ready, and as you can see, I've got about 1.5 minutes left on my fettuccine over there. So like I said, this is a super quick dish to make. The amount of time it takes you basically to make your pasta is how long this whole thing is going to take. Alright, that is all melted in. Turn off the heat. Put my dishes away. And I'm just going to toss my fettuccine into the pot here with my sauce. And I'm just going to toss the fettuccine in that wonderful Alfredo sauce and get it nice and coated. Gorgeous. Now to serve it up. Alright you guys, so that is how you make the super easy, super comforting fettuccine Alfredo. And like I said, you can doctor this up with all sorts of things that you might want to toss in there with it and just make this recipe your own. So if you would like to make this recipe, I have a printable version of it on my website, cosmopolitancornbread.com, and I will put a link to that down below. So thanks for joining me here again in the Homestead Kitchen. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread, and I'll talk to y'all next time.